Hey guys, and welcome to another matchup. We got Diaboromon versus Dorugoramon, and right off the bat we got Diaboromon going first. Turn pass, I go into a Dorugoramon, Digivolve into a Toyagumon, and then we go and drop this black memory boost. Diaboromon is very dangerous, especially if you give it enough time. It will just swarm the board. It does a great job. Kind of like, you know, follows the anime. He's a kind of like a virus, and he just multiplies if you ever seen the first movie. So that I love that they kind of keep that gimmick for his deck. So here we go. I Digivolve into a Dark Tyrannomon for 1, and then here I activate the black memory boost and I Digivolve into the Dorugoramon. Really great effect. However, I forgot that Infernmon, if I Digivolve to a level 5 or higher, I basically lose 1 memory, or they gain 1 memory. So that kind of passed turn, and I was looking to go into the Mega there, but at least now he starts at 1, and then he goes into the Diaboromon. This one is, oh my god, this one is so troublesome. It just gives all Diaboromon blocker, and yeah, that could be a problem. So there we go. I go for that Dorugoramon, and then I have to pass turn. So that was the downside of kind of passing my turn last time. I would have been able to swing this turn. And there you go. Right into a Catastrophe Cannon, Digivolve 2. And since he has a Diaboromon on play, he gets to play a token. And since he played it, one of his herits gives him 1 memory. So now it puts me back at 2. And I drop a Coda. And then I can only pick up the Alphamon there. So right off the bat, every token that he's going to play is going to have blocker. Digivolves into a Caramon there. Then he goes into a Kurisarimon. And now we go and drop that Searcher Caramon, reveal 5, and get a unidentified, and I believe a Narada, but no luck there with the Narada. Picks up there, passes turn. And I Digivolve into a Dorugoramon, go to 3, activate his effect, place Dorugoramon underneath. And I don't think I have Dorugoramon there, or Dorugoramon, I'm sorry. And that's why I was not able to go into that Mega there. So I ended up just trying to memory choke him, and I went for that Dark Tyrannomon for 1. I pass his turn, he Digivolves into the Infernmon. Move up, and now here I am able to go into the Mega and go into Alphamon here. So nice swing, and then I kind of do all my little calculations here. I should break +2 security here. He chooses not to block. I don't know why, but hey, that works out for him because now he got a Narada from there, which will give him an extra memory, plus play an extra token when the Diaboromon is played. I drop the Sunrizamon. I do have reboot here, so Alphamon jumps back up. Sunrizamon will give all your Digimon with 13,000 DP or higher piercing, which is great, at least in this matchup since they all have blocker. So even if he blocks, I'll still be able to check security here. Digivolves into Diaboromon, and then he plays another token from Murata, gains a memory from Kurisarimon. And yeah, like I told you guys, this could just swarm. And then that Diaboromon, promo 1, for every Diaboromon on the field, you get security attack +1. Of course, I chose to block that. And here I thought he was going to keep attacking, but instead he just evoed and passed turn. Passed turn, I hatch, got a Dorugoramon. Digivolve into a Toyagumon. I was lucky I had Toyagumon underneath Alphamon here, so I am able to swing again. I go for that promo. He opts to block with the token, of course. Swing into a Izzy and Diaboromon. And then right there I point out, like, okay, you still have 2 blockers. I gained the 2 memory from Alphamon after attacking. At this point, I really can't close game, so I'm like, okay, let me get more blockers up here. And then I dropped another Coda here, anticipating kind of Digivolving into hybrids and swinging. As also looking for more X antibody cards here. leave him at 1. Izzy and Joe give him 2, Errata give him 1, so he has unidentified in the trash. Moves up, he digivolves, reduces by 1 because of Infirmon, so now he goes 2. Plays 2 tokens here from that Diaboromon's effect, and since you have Errata. So now we got 3 tokens. And they do have Rush at this point. Gain the memory for playing the 2. Swings for the first one here. Alphamon. This card came in clutch and saved me. Goes to my hand, and since I have an X anybody on the field, I can basically prevent 12 Digimon from attacking, which I did. So he digivolves, and he goes ahead and drops the Iron Fist. I don't think it would have mattered so much because he has so many blockers, but nonetheless. Move up Toyagumon at Digivolve. I'm like, okay, well, let me get some more blockers up here because this is just looking disgusting. Drop a Chumon. I'm like, oh, where were you in the beginning of the match? I barely had drawn him there. And what makes a bad matchup, or what makes this a bad matchup, is with this Dorugoramon. You know, when you use his effect, you can delete 2. But it has to add up to the play cost of how many sources you have underneath. And since even those tokens are considered 14 play costs, I really can't delete them. So there we go, there's Alphamon there, so I pick him up. At that point I'm like, well, there's not going to be another Alphamon, so that should be match 1. And choose to block here. Don't know why, but either way, that was a match. Because last card was Izzy and Joe, so there we go. Round 2, I'm like, okay, I gotta play a little quicker. Digivolves into Karamon. Goes for the 3. Oh, he passed his turn. Hatch into a Dorugoramon, Digivolve into Sunrizomon. Then I dropped his Dorumon. It's a good searcher. You can get a Coda and X anybody, so I do get that Coda. And another, forgot his name already, Dorumon. And now I Digivolve to a Dorugoramon, get a blocker up there, leave him at 2. So for that Dorugoramon, as long as you have an X anybody, either in your sources or on the field, he does inherit blocker on your opponent's turn. So it's a good card. I move up Sunrizomon here, and I drop a Coda for 2. Search here, and I opt to get the Dorugoramon. Now he hatched into the Sumemon. Digivolve to a Karamon here. Digivolve to Diaboromon. So we got the blocker already. So here I gotta find a way to kind of get rid of him. Because as soon as he just starts, he gets an Errata and then he just starts dropping more of these tokens, then, you know, there's going to be more blockers. So if I could get rid of him quicker, that would be better. Digivolve to another Dorugoramon. Pass turn, leave him at 2. Raises his Karamon, swings, and then hit Towaru Manzemon. Passes turn by dropping Izzy. And although, I mean, Diaboromon's a white card, but even if he got the memory, Coda would have sent me back to 3. Draw for turn. So what can I do here? Go into the Dorugoramon, pop his effect here, and I place an Alphamon underneath. So it's a good effect too, because you're also able to play, or I guess put more X anybody cards in your source. So that way when you go into this Dorugoramon, or I don't even know, it's so many Dorks. Point is, when you go into the Mega, you have more sources in it. But again, with this specific matchup, it's difficult to kind of get rid of them since the tokens are considered play cost 14. But here I should be able to activate it, and then I'll be able to pop Karamon for placing another another source underneath, and now I have +2 checks. And for each X antibody, or each one I have in my source, it's 1000 DP. So I swing for the 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay, let's get it. So I swing, and he opts to block here. I just realized I did the wrong card. It was Dorugoramon, not Sunraysomon, but there we go. I Digivolve, and then I play Brave Metal. So this card is more of a miss than a hit, at least in this format, just because there's not that much X antibody out yet. And for Brave Metal, for each one that you have in your source, that's the, if you have five or more, then you can delete a Digimon. So in that case, I was able to delete, you know, Diaboromon. Since Diaboromon got deleted, he played the token. Got to Armageddonmon. I move up here to the hybrid. I should be able to close out. I swing with Grumblemon. Swing with Sunraysomon. And close out with the hybrid. I'm like, okay, there we go. Now, if I can manage to do this on the third round, we should be good to go. So I go first here. Digivolve to a Dorugoramon. And I play another Dorugoramon to search. There's an Alphamon, and that is the only thing I'm able to get. So I pick him up. Hatches. Digivolves to a Caramon. Then he Digivolves to a Kurisarimon for 2. Then he drops an Errata. I'm like, okay, yeah. Already has an Errata. So I'm like, let me just swing. Now I swing into Izzy and I'm like, great. So let me not play another Digimon. So I dropped a Coda to kind of search more. Do pick up this Dorugoramon. Moves up. And now he goes and Digivolves into Infernmon. I unsuspend, I move up. Now I got 2. So my plan was I'm gonna Digivolve here and then I'm gonna swing with the Dorumon. Damn it. I get a Catastrophe Cannon, so now I get to Digivolve. So, and I Digivolve again to him, leave him at 1. So here he should get 2 from Izzy and Joe and 1 from Errata. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't get from Errata because he doesn't have an unidentified in his trash yet. So he only got 2. Go back to 0. Here we go. Diaboromon. And then plays token from Errata. And then he swings into my Dorugoramon. Not sure why he did that. Now Izzy and Joe won't be able to kind of kick in for him. Hatch into a Dorugoramon. Digivolve to a Dorugoramon. You see how these Doru. Go into a Dorugoramon. Pop effect here, place him underneath, and if I have him, I should go into him. I gain a memory from Dorugoramon's effect, replacing underneath. I Digivolve to a Dark Tyrannomon for 1 since I got that 1 memory. Then I go into the Dorugoramon. I should be safe this turn due to Dorugoramon's effect. The only thing that could get rid of it is like a Catastrophe Cannon, or if it Digivolves. Damn, I can't talk today. Other than that, he should not, even if he plays Iron Fist, it won't really affect because it's a deleting. Plays 2 tokens here from Diaboromon's effect and then having Errata. And now all this is just going off. It's a nasty deck. Swing into a Coda, so I'm like, okay, nice, so I get to search. So I could either get the Alphamon or the Dorugoramon. Get that Dorugoramon. Then instead of swinging, he just drops an Izzy. He does get the 3 black cards, so I go back to 3 instead of 4. Now I draw. Should be able to swing here with my Dorugoramon. But there's all these blockers, so I drop a Sunraysomon to give him piercing. And I'm just going to go ahead and swing into the token because either way I'm going to check. Then I put Alphamon underneath. I am not able to delete any of them because, as I said, it goes by play cost for each sword that you have underneath, and they're all 10 plus. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So he's at 0. So at this point, I don't need Sunrizamon anymore, just because I also know that Diaboromon doesn't have any cards or effect to heal himself and get more security back. So at this point, I want to get a blocker. I do not have reboot for Dorugoramon, so that's also another reason why. So now I got 2 blockers, and you're just seeing this guy get all these effects and digivolving, and he drops Iron Fisted Onslaught, which will work now. Leaves me at 3, and here's where it just becomes difficult. Digivolve into a Toyagumon, then I drop a Warumanzemon just to get more bodies on the board. Either way, he was gonna end up at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because of Izzy and the Aradas. So we should see that come up here. There you go. He digivolves to Inframon, comes down to 4. Digivolves to Diaboromon, so now he's gonna play 3 tokens, I believe. And then he should get, yeah, the memory. 2, 3, there we go. Yeah, look at that. And not to mention, they all have Rush, because I believe Korisarimon's effect gives them Rush. And so yeah, so at this point you can just attack with tokens and just kind of close out game, which he might see. So there, in that case, Brave Metal doesn't even work because it would delete a play cost of 5. And there we go, that's game. So it's a tough matchup, but I did what I could. I'll see you guys on the next one.